Hi, welcome to this video date, Sunday. It's the 19th of November. Now, what we're going to be looking at today, two what we consider to be high probability trade setups. They are CAD CHF and Euro CHF. And we're going to be looking at filtering breakouts. Finding the really high probability breakouts and also being aware of a failed breakout and taking advantage of that as well. Now, in terms of what we're going to be doing today, for anyone new watching our videos, we'll be using very simple technical analysis. But what we're also going to be doing to back up our view of the technicals is using our favourite tool in Forex trading, the COT, Commitment of Trader Support. If you're unfamiliar with it, just click on the link beneath this video, join our mailing list for more information. If you just want to watch the video through right now, just keep in mind what we want to do is always trade with smart money commercial hedgers when their positions diverge significantly from speculators. Now, what we're going to do first of all is look at CAD CHF. I'm going to start with the weekly chart, and then we're going to go to the daily chart, draw some levels, and also look at the COT. But weekly chart first for the big levels. The chart of CAD CHF weekly, and I'm just going to look quickly at this chart before we go to the daily. Look at the COT net traders, and obviously draw some levels of entry, stop, and target. Always like to use the weekly chart, gives the big picture, and also if the weekly levels match up with the daily levels, it makes those levels of support and resistance more valid for us. And there's one level that stands out for me here. It's that one. So the 77 level, and the reason I think it's important is we try to get above it here, come back, had another go, come back, then we punch it out, come back, and then we come above it again. Okay, and here, and we'll see it on the COT in a minute, speculators start to buy heavily, commercials sell against them. This tail here for me is exhaustion. Okay, so what we have, nice uptrend, okay, down, a little bit of sideways, but now we've got a nice red candle. Okay, now for me, not only is this level important, this level here beneath is as well, i.e. the 20-week moving average. If that gives way and 77, I'm looking for a big move to the downside. I'm looking for where the trend really began here to be retraced. So 74, this will make a bit more sense when we do the daily as well. So 74 would be the first target, and then because of how the COT looks, the next level is going to be 72. Okay, so basically retrace all of that move. So 77 to 72, 500 pips, and I've done that target by keeping the COT in mind. We're now going to go and look at the COT and draw some levels on the daily chart. On CAD Swiss franc daily chart, and first of all, let's just have a look at these COT net traders positions. Speculators 5.5 to 1 in terms of their longs over shorts, so pretty bullish. Commercials 10.4 to 1 in terms of shorts over longs, so very bearish. Okay, COT divergence difference between the groups 15.9. It's the biggest divergence on the pairs that we track this week in terms of the COT. Now, in terms of the way this chart has developed, we see a nice move up here through the 20-day moving average above 72. This is the start of the bull trend in our view. Comes back, finds support at the 20 up. Bit of a retracement, consolidation around the 20, and then she pushes off up to the upside. Okay, and basically that is the weekly exhaustion here, and you can see we come back in, pokes to try and get up, can't make it, and basically we're falling into a distribution channel. This is where the buying has kind of run out. Okay, and when you're looking at the COT, when you see this, you're expecting the specs to get run on stop. And you can see we do make another attempt here. Then when we're down here, we have another attempt. This is where the speculators really increase their buying, commercials sell into the rally, and we come down. Okay, now from our point of view, we just think that our upside momentum is waning. The trajectory within the channel is turning down. Okay, and we know this 77 level is a big level. It's a big level. You can see what happened here when we dip below it, get above it, hold it, big push off. When we see the weekly chart, we can go further back and we know how important the level is in the bigger time frame as well. So if this snaps, okay, we would be looking for these the speculators to get run on stop. Now, in terms of, we're not too far away at the moment. Formed a double top, okay? So you've got trajectory, downward line, and another trend line crossing, and you've got the 20-day moving average there as well. If we do break down, I'm going to be looking for the 20-day moving average to provide resistance, because it very often will when the volatility picks up. You'll see it here on the left. You break up above the 20 sideways, you come back and find support just above it and push off. If we break down, I'm expecting it to provide resistance. So in terms of stop, where would I put it? I would put it behind this cluster here, okay? So about 78.40, okay? So top of that body, and you can see a few bodies there as well. Got to get through the 20 and that to take us out on stop. If we get through here, though, I just think we're going to run the stops. We saw it in AUDJPY. Breaks down, then basically the stops get run. Where are we going to go to? For me, as I did it on the weekly chart, when we got divergence this big, you'd really be looking for a good few hundred pips. Never look for less than 300, okay? And I think this level will be a good one, because this is where we sort of come up and then we break and find support and push off. So I think 74 is on the cards. And then, like I said, I'm looking for us to go down towards 72. So basically to retrace the whole rally up. Now, obviously, we'll have to see how this chart develops, but I think this is easily on the cards. And basically your entry to stop, you got about 2.5 to 1 here, and then this increases it to about 4 to 1 in terms of your risk to reward. So I think we're losing momentum in the channel, break the bottom of the channel. I'm hoping it's going to be a nice trade like that AUDJPY one, but if it goes wrong, for me, risk reward is not too bad. Also, when you're trading with the COT on your side, you really can, trade with confidence on breakouts. You can't do it just purely technically. I think I said this in a video yesterday, because you don't know, the positions that make up the chart. When you know the positions that make up the chart, the breakout level here that we're looking at becomes much more significant. Anyway, we're looking for a big stop run. We shall see how this one progresses. Now let's move to our final chart, Euro CHF. Okay, we're on the Euro CHF daily COT net traders positions. First, speculators, 4.2 to 1 in terms of longs over shorts, so pretty bearish. Commercials, 9.3 to 1 in terms of shorts over longs, so very bearish. We got divergence of 13.5. It's above 10, which is what we like. Now, in terms of how this trend has developed, you obviously get these big candles here, big move up, bit of a retracement, and it kind of sort of grinds higher with smallish corrections along the way. In the period between August the 3rd and now, there's hardly any candles over 100 pips in a daily range. It's very low volatility. And I quite like it when you get sort of low volatility like this, and you've got the commercials building up positions against the specs, because when the break comes and the stops get run, the volatility will increase and the move down will be a lot swifter than this move up. Obviously, it's got to be confirmed what I'm thinking, but we look here, the commercials really started to ramp up their selling against the specs, rejected at 117, tried to get up again, couldn't quite make it, back to the 20, find a little bit of support, push, blue candle here, finishes right on the high, tries to get through, there's no more buying power, and we come back. We finished near the low of the day. Now, from a pure technical perspective, and we looked at it in the CAD, you could say there's a bit of a channel, and I would say the channel is there. Okay, because this is such low volatility, I don't want to wait for the break of here. I've come in already, actually. So as soon as she's come back through the round number, 116.70, I've come in. I'm only risking it back to 117.60, so my risk is not that much at all. Finish near the low, or on the low. One come in fresh, you want a bit of confirmation. Obviously, you've got that trajectory line, you've got another line there. Sorry, which is a triple bottom. You've got double trend line support. I think we punch that out. We should start to see a move to the downside. Yeah, we could see yeah, a little bit of upside again. I just don't see much upside here, to be honest with you. So this for me is a relatively tight stop. That's because the volatility is so low. But I think, yeah, when you're trading breakouts, obviously we said earlier, yeah, we've got the COT behind you. You can anticipate a big breakout, okay? If the COT is not in favour of the breakout, then look for the fake out, yeah, or the failure. That's what we got there. So I'm looking for this level to break. Where would we go? My own view is we will probably go down to around here. So it's going to be about 113.70 when I get my line straight. I think the divergence is big enough to push us down to this level. And it's basically where you came down, got through, then you found a lot of support. So if the stops are run, that level's easily on the card. So you got, yeah, 3 to 1 in terms of a risk to reward. Now, in terms of the commercials, why are they so bearish of the euro? I'm not going to go through the euro fundamentals here. I've done it in other videos, but the bullish fundamentals of the euro have peaked, okay? So she's due a break to the downside. That's the first port of call for us. Then I'm looking basically for that level, okay? So, yeah, plenty of downside potential. Also, we are expecting a move to risk off. I think that'll strengthen up the Swissy. Oh, well, it will strengthen up the Swissy. And euro fundamentals, bullish exhaustion there. Nice divergence, failure to break higher. If this trade is wrong, it's just such a small risk for us. If we're right, it's really good potential profit, even to the first level. I'm going to pay no attention here to the 20-day moving average. And like I said, I don't want to pay any attention to this level here. I mean, I might change my mind as the trade progresses, but at this moment in time, I just feel the stops are going to get run. And I think that's a nice bearish candle on Friday at the low, new high, rejected, stochastic down with bearish divergence, RSI turning south. Yeah, I'm looking for a decent move to the downside. That is my review of Euro CHF.